I can't imagine we shot much more than 45 minutes.
If we're running straight, I'm going to try to get creative.
Kick taken by Jared Agnew, number 18. Agnew trying to follow a Regballoon, has a block to the outside, across the 45, taken down at about the 48-yard line. Nice return by Jared Agnew. Patient job there getting behind number 23, the choo-choo train, Judy Regballoon. 55-0, Dolphins. And again, we were just talking up here at halftime how they have basically started every possession inside St. Joseph territory except for one, which is at the 49. This one starting directly at the 50-yard line. 175 yards of offense for the Dolphins, yet 55 points. So we have a new quarterback. Young man, the freshman quarterback. I'm going to have to find out his name because unfortunately I don't know. He's not in the program. Give to Pete Mavrodakis, who has enough time to pick it up off the ground and take it for 4 yards. Luckily for me, there is a JV roster in here, and there still isn't. Hit kill for some. So I'm being told it's Cole Freeman, the JV quarterback. So we're going to have some young men in here whose names I may not know. Back to pass is Freeman. Looks over the middle and over the head of Kogan. Almost intercepted. Getting his first taste of varsity action as Trumbull done for the day. So let's take a look at this offense here and see who's in the game for the Dolphins. Playing at receiver, you have number 8, Ryan Duncan at one spot. We have Pete Mavrodakis playing tailback right now. The offensive line pretty much remains the same. Kogan, Belcher, and Duncan are your receivers. The give to Mavrodakis, who's got some running room, cuts it back in the middle, back to the outside, and taken down at the 34-yard line. Pete Mavrodakis carrying the ball, just like his brother George. Maybe not as quick as George yet, but he'll get there. Again, we talked about Pete a few weeks ago being one of many brothers in the tradition of Chadwick football. Even going back to this team, Jordan Agnew, quarterback last year, his brother this year, Jared Agnew. Chudi Regballoon played with his brother Namdi Regballoon. Justin Sue, his brother Brandon Sue last year. We had the Madden boys. All kinds of brotherly love going on here at the Chadwick football program. Freeman, back to pass. Looks deep down the field, and it's broken up. Pass intended for Belcher. And a nice play made there by number 80, Andrew Delgado, for St. Joseph. So Freeman wearing number 4, coming into the game, number 33 for Chadwick. And I'm not sure who that is, unfortunately, because he's got a different number than he would on the JV. And there's no one listed on the varsity. This maybe Ramon Gomez? If it is, it's given to Ramon, and he loses the ball. And it looks like St. Joseph's got it. And it was Gomez. So a rough start for him in his varsity career, and as he turns the ball over. So the Dolphins failed to score for the first time, but granted, they've brought in all their young guys on offense. Let's see what they do defensively. I don't know if they're going to have that many options defensively. Kid trying to sneak out onto the field, but Robert Chan being inserted in. Harrison done for the day, more than likely, the senior captain. Also coming out is Brian Shaw. So we'll set your defense for you in a minute. Let's see who they have playing the quarterback position. Back to pass is Russo, and he's nailed by George Cullen. Emmett McKinney also in there, and he took a hit. Cullen in the backfield for the 3rd or 4th time today, and McKinney was in there as well. So let's look defensively who's in the game right now for Chadwick. We have another youngster checking in for Chadwick. That's Raxon Cho, number 58.
Raxon Cho in for Johnny Soho.
Soho out, so the regulars getting some breaks. Zach Goodman playing one linebacker along with McKinney. Barber still in the game. Pete Mavrodakis, John Lewis, George Cullen. We have a man in motion out there. Fagan on the other defensive line. Snap back to Russo. Tries to throw it quick. It's tipped and out of the hands of, that looks like Palasko. So 3rd and 18, they tried to throw that one quick. Russo still in at quarterback. You haven't seen Ford. Got a couple of guys over there with their pads off. Injuries. Now you only have, looks like, I see 2 subs over there now. Everyone else is on crutches. Russo back to pass, and he's hit this time by McKinney, and he's dropped. The ball squirts loose, and it's saying it's down.
Ball's ruled down.
But there are definitely 3 or 4 more injured players over there for St. Joseph's. They're down to maybe 2 or 3 subs, if that. So now definitely playing Ironman football here. A couple more guys go out, they're going to have to forfeit the game. 4th and 21, and probably just going to go for it here. Again, clock is running here in the second half, folks, mercifully for these kids for St. Joseph so they can get out of here. Agnew's going to drop back to punt to the return formation. He's had a couple of nice returns here when he's gotten the chance. He had that nice punt return in the first half and just had the nifty kick return here in the second to start off this half of play. So here comes the quick toss and pitch kick. It's a very deliberate play. Back, Plesko's got it, boots it. Agnew's got plenty of room. Catches it at the 42-yard line. Gets a block. He's outside to the 40. 35, cuts inside 30. Going to get a block in the back probably there by Fagan. So it's going to take away from a nice return by Jared Agnew. And let's wait for the call, but more than likely a block in the back there from Fagan. We're under the 5-minute mark here.
Signals holding against Chadwick.
Holding against Chadwick is the call, not block in the back. Either way, it'll spot it at the 43-yard line, so a net of about 18 yards there for Agnew after the penalty. Back into the game is Freeman. We have another new tackle in the game, too. Kai Fisk is playing tackle now, in for Sue. So a bunch of young guys in. Kraus telling him where to line up. The senior captain telling the young guy where to go. Mavrodakis is the running back, trying to run a man onto the field late. Back to pass again. Nice little out route. Caught. Belcher's got room. Should have cut to the outside, and he might have had a score. He'll learn. Down to the 23. Belcher went straight ahead. He bounces that to the outside. He might have 6 there. But a completion there for Freeman, first as a varsity passer. And the Dolphins again threatening. They're at the 22-yard line. Good chance for a game like this for these young guys to get some experience. Again, the level of play here today, not much different than probably they're used to against a very good JV team. And I'm not saying to be disrespectful to the Crusaders, but they just simply don't have the talent the Dolphins have, and they're playing without some of their best players. Nice ball deep to Kogan, and that's a Chadwick touchdown. Nice pass, and Cole Freeman, a beautiful ball into the corner to senior Michael Kogan. And for Kogan, I believe that's the first time he's touched the end zone since returning from that ACL injury suffered last summer before his junior season. Nice ball there by the young man. Threw that perfectly on the outstretched arms of Kogan. The Dolphins now lead 61-0 with the PAT to come. Fagan trotting out onto the field as an extra protector. Will Clark in to attempt the PAT. Belcher the holder. Clark punches that one through, and it's good. 62-0. 2 minutes, 45 seconds and counting. We'll see what time it is when we come back.